If you want to become a better leader in just short amount of time, then subscribe to Raj Shamani Clips channel. Here you get all the leadership lessons in short time. WhatsApp conversions when I talk to D2C companies and consumer goods companies is mind-boggling. Like, it's crazy. So for all the businesses,
I did not pay him to say that. Truly.
No, I'll come to the bad part as well.
I thought you said this is the bright side.
Yeah. No, I have to play neutral, everywhere. Okay. So I was telling you, so WhatsApp, this is just for everyone, whoever is listening to this podcast. Guys, if you run a business and you're not leveraging WhatsApp chat flow to convert and engage and build a community and convert and upsell and cross-sell, you're losing out big money. Like, the ROI on WhatsApp is insane. Like, it's crazy. I think especially in India, it's amazing.
Like I said,
it's beautiful.
I did not pay you to say this, but thank you.
You talk about small businesses coming online and using Facebook, right? Earlier, everybody knew that Facebook, Instagram ads is underpriced attention. It's like the ROAS, return on ad spends, were 5, 6, 7. It was amazing. For businesses, it was great that they only get to spend 15% on advertising and then they get everything back. It was amazing. ROI, return on investment, on every advertisement, every campaign, on yearly basis, it was amazing. But now more and more people discovering this, it's getting expensive and it's difficult to stand out as ads because now your normal ads, just like a static, is not going to work earlier, which used to work. What do you feel? So there are two things, I'll tell you. One is, a lot of people are saying that now, you know what, if you're running ads on Facebook and Instagram, you're just making Meta rich. You're not actually making money yourself because you end up losing a lot. It's not possible for a brand to do performance marketing and win in the market. But earlier it was. So A, what do you have to say on that? And second, if you believe that, okay, brands are thinking wrong and they're still, because we still do performance marketing and there are a lot of brands which do it, how do we win? What do you think? What is a winning strategy for brands so that more conversions come in, more people watch your thing? What should be the ideal flow? Because I'm definitely sure that what used to work in 2018 doesn't work right now, right?
Firstly, I would say we don't want a rupee from a business that's not finding value from us, right? So I would want that every business have a great experience where, the money that they're spending on our platform is money well spent. And like you just talked about, so many D2C brands, not just on WhatsApp, but on Facebook and Instagram, have found pretty massive audiences, trialed an idea, tested, iterated, and grown on our platforms. So I will give a few things that I think have worked, right, for brands based on, for businesses, and I've worked with them. The ones that succeed, whether you're small or big, is the ones that are constantly iterating and testing on our platform. Not too married to one idea and, chasing all their rupees through that one idea that's not working. But because if you think about our platform, it evolves very quickly. Trends change very quickly. There's Gen Z memes that are doing the rounds, right? There's so figuring out what's the pulse of what's happening across our platforms and finding a way to connect the business as well with a trend is a great way, but equally testing, like creatives get tired, like you said, right? Ek static may not work. If you're only running that static for 2 years and you're not getting returns, maybe, it's time for a different approach. So thinking about your creatives, thinking about, what's the pulse of what's happening on our platforms, thinking about using more than just static videos, and not all of it has to be fully crafted. So in fact, when we were, and this well, when brands come to you and talk to you, they want you to probably do something that's fully produced, right? Many of them. Whereas the whole joy of a creator is, that impulse, that, and the authenticity with which the creator, connects with the audience. So managing to figure out how you fit in with the medium. So testing and learning, figuring out, the various options our platforms have. So if you're continuously using only one element of what our platforms offer, but not Reels, for example. And I see, businesses doing that as well, because they probably think Reels ko bahut, I'll have to produce it. It has to look like studio level quality. Not not every business has to do that, right? And figuring out how to use those where the consumption is also happening, right, where users are, thinking about how to build for that will help businesses get better returns.
I think one thing which a lot of business should look at when they're running ads on Facebook or Instagram, that they are not competing against other brands. They're competing against every content that is getting produced. So if their content by far is better, automatically they'll get more shares and more likes and more conversions on their content. This is what I feel, because think about me as a user. I'm watching one person's reel, then I'm watching another person's reel, and then I see some ad, right? If that ad doesn't feel like an ad to me and it feels like another reel where I'm getting to learn something, I'm definitely going to watch till the end and then I'm going to buy it.
Yeah. And when you come to buying it, also think about the experience, right? So now we have click to WhatsApp. So you're discovering something on Facebook or Instagram, but you're then taking it to a format where people are comfortable closing off the transaction. Because this another survey that we did with Ipsos talked about how people no longer want to get on calls or get to a website to buy something, but they want to chat with the business and buy it. And that's certainly behavior I am seeing as well. I'm one of that 77%, right? I like to chat with the business. But that's the other thing, like building for those experiences and, being able to handle the queries that you get. So if you get a lot of queries and then you take 20 days to respond, so you're going to have a problem. So I think being super agile, testing, iterating, being willing to fail a little bit, and using the full functionality of, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, and not thinking one as an individual thing, but also the interplay between them would be helpful.
Can you share one insight, one cool tip or advice for all the businesses that are doing something that we don't know, and then you can help us understand, like, here's, if you do this right, probably your business will grow?
Invest. We talked about this, and you, I like I said, I definitely didn't pay you to say that, but the ROI on WhatsApp that we're seeing, right? So I do think there's some businesses that natively start off as WhatsApp first. So it's their storefront, it's their website, instead of the old days of building those pages. But I think that's where maybe a more medium or a larger business is losing out. So my one tip would be, don't think of it as a discrete, don't think of it as, I have to sell this to Raj, or I have to send a message to Raj on his card statement. Think of it as a full interaction with Raj, and how would you build that? Everything from acquiring Raj as a customer to helping build experiences for you as you use the product or the service, to then upselling you with that's when I think, if you think of it as a flywheel versus a funnel, we think of it as a funnel and we build for each of those. Whereas in WhatsApp, I think thinking of it as a comprehensive journey with a customer would be a great way to build. What that means is that you have to think a little differently, because it may not be just the marketing team. Maybe the customer service team will also have to get involved in the journey early on, right? Maybe you're measuring things a little bit differently and across, across both the outcomes that you're driving on acquisition as well as on the servicing. And you should measure, because one of the banks that we worked with actually talked about how 12% of all their customer service calls had actually moved to WhatsApp. And those are, so it's not just a small business, it's also large business reinventing and rethinking their workflows and their processes. It could be you reaching out to your distributor, but also servicing your distributor. So I would say the possibilities are many. So my one tip would be, think about how you can use WhatsApp to grow your business. And it's not just small and medium businesses. Bangalore Metro, did you know you can buy tickets on WhatsApp now?
I didn't know that.
It's pretty awesome, and more exciting news to share there across other metros soon. But think about it. Don't stand in line. So you just scan the QR code, which you like.
I do.
And then you buy your tickets, and away you go. So I think as more and more of these things keep getting added, people will naturally gravitate to what works for them and what adds value for them. You asked me for one tip, I'll give you one more tip for businesses, because this is an easy one and they should be doing it already if they're not. We've invested pretty heavily in AI across our product. Everything from taking harmful content down to what you see on your feed to driving business outcomes, right? For businesses. And there's a product suite that we have called Advantage Plus, which works like magic.
Yes,
so
I know. We use it.
You use it, and so I'm sure you have, success stories to share. But that's something that I've seen also work very well in the Indian context. And it takes away from, putting a lot of thinking around, especially if you're not a native expert and you're not spending all your time running campaigns. Let the platform, decide for you.
Yeah,
and it works.
Advantage Plus is pretty cool. So Advantage Plus is, if I may explain in the right way, you can correct me.
You're doing a better job than me.
No. It's like, so let's say I run an ad and show it to a few people, and then I get conversions. So which kind of people are clicking on it, watching, buying, converting? Facebook or Instagram automatically builds them into one cohort and then shows it to more people which are similar and identical to that audience, so that you don't have to do the job by choosing people. That the platform, the AI automatically, the machine learning automatically decides who to show for better conversions. Is that what Advantage Plus is?
So basically, Raj chooses a set of outcomes he wants, and then the platform delivers those outcomes for you, and it's enabled through AI. And it's and in almost every case, we've seen pretty significant returns for advertisers that have used it.
Thank you so much for watching this episode till the end. For more such clips, please subscribe to Raj Shamani Clips channel, because here we get India's top leaders to help you become a better leader for tomorrow.